Hi there, I would like to welcome you back to Spiritual Sage Astrology, and I'm just going to be doing a brief general description of the second house. We did the first house yesterday of Aries, and now we're going to do the second house of Taurus. Taurus rules the second house. So we'll start with Venus rules Taurus. It governs the stubborn, financially oriented sign of Taurus. They're luxurious and elegant. I have the memory of an elephant, loving all of life's finer pleasures. Gifted am I at acquiring more coffers and treasures. I am Taurus, the child of Venus. Venus is a feminine sign, and its element is earth. It's fixed earth. Taurus is quiet, affectionate, patient, stable, determined, and practical, stubborn and resistant to change. Ruling planet is Venus, goddess, Roman goddess of beauty and the arts, pleasure, emotions. In astrology, Venus's influence inclines towards a love of luxury and exceptional creative ability. The bull, strong, stubborn, plodding, can be both fierce and gentle. The dominant keyword is I have. Polarity is Scorpio. Taurus is the sign of property and money. Its natives put in a high regard on collecting possessions and are known to cling to what is theirs. Scorpio, Taurus's opposite sign, is a sign of the legacies and shared wealth. The wealth of Scorpio people tends to be spiritual rather than material, which they give to others in the form of teaching, writing, and the healing arts. Part of the body ruled by Taurus is the neck and the throat. Many Taurus people have beautiful speaking and singing voices, but they are vulnerable to colds, laryngitis, sore throats, and thyroid problems. Friday is a lucky day for Taurus. Lucky numbers are 6 and 4. Magical birthstone would be emerald. Protects against infidelity and deceit. Ensures loyalty and improves memory. Special colors for Taurus would be pale blue and mauve, the soft colors of refinement and gentleness. Some of the cities for Taurus, ruling Taurus, is Dublin, St. Louis. Some of the countries would be Ireland, Switzerland, Cyprus, Greece. Flowers, some of the flowers would be violet and poppy. Trees would be cypress and apple. Metal, copper. Animals ruled by Taurus, cattle. Danger. Taurus people have a tendency to get involved in violent situations that have to do with love or money. They often antagonize others and incite the passions of lovers because of their stubbornness and possessiveness. Taurus is from April 20th. Their birthdays are from April 20th to May 20th, Taurus suns. But I believe that this can really be for Taurus moons as well as Taurus rising people, because it's just a general description, even though if you have those positions, they're all different from each other. They're going to have a base of similarities, but they are all different, being in different areas of the birth chart. And also, if you have them in different houses, there's so many aspects to astrology. But again, the underlying general description of Taurus, you can take it for yourself if you're Taurus rising, Taurus moon, or Taurus sun. So, let's see here for a minute. The inner Taurus, the inner you need order in your life. You get anxious when things are out of control. And because the unfamiliar makes you insecure, you tend to cut yourself off from fresh experiences. You need to be more open to change. Having beautiful things is important to you, and your instinct for collecting even spills over into relationships. You hold fast to those that you care about. You have a few close friends rather than many casual acquaintances. In love, you're happiest when involved in a caring, committed relationship. You're deeply sensitive. A rebuff or harsh word is very upsetting to you. And with strangers, you often feel self-conscious. So, Taurus rules house number 2. And history for Taurus, disappeared civilizations and the religious groups chose the bull Taurus as a symbol of wealth, solidity, fertility, and power. Incidentally, many well-established financial institutions have also picked the bull, as the Christians subconsciously picked the fish, the sign of Pisces, to represent their own religious values. Many financial institutions did the same. Taurus deals with possessions. The second house is ruled by Venus and indicates your financial potential. How much you will make or how you will spend your resources is in this house. The second house also deals with self-esteem, wealth, security, and power. Taurus is steady, strong, reliable, and hardworking. It rules singing, massage, beauty, money, security, solidity, wealth, aesthetics, and banking. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and aesthetic, rules Taurus, as I mentioned. Venus is the daughter of Jupiter, the Lord of expansion, spirituality, protector, and the great benefactor. The country, one of the countries I mentioned earlier was Switzerland. Energy, feminine, beauty, love, aesthetics, money, and art. Color blue, again, the body part, neck, throat, thyroid glands, mineral, copper. Personality trait, mind, possessive, my home, my husband, my car, fixed, it's fixed earth. Other associations, the solid world of wealth and banks is Taurus, is all Taurus. Now, how others may see you being a Taurus or having some sort of strong Taurus placement. You're thought of as a serene influence, someone to depend on, and you're admired for your organized mind. Not many people realize that you're sensitive and easily wounded. You are trusted as a tastemaker, and your artistic and aesthetic opinion is welcomed. Because you have sound instincts about money, your financial advice is also sought. On the other hand, people resent your tendency to be dogmatic. Even if you're right, others don't understand why you have to be so unyielding. So once again, when you start to learn about yourself, you know, you can see if some of these things that are being said are true. And if there's something that you don't appreciate about yourself, you can always change it. The power is in the knowing, and then acting if you want to change it. So that's what's so great about astrology, is that it does teach us about ourselves. And I don't know, for me personally, when I was younger, I didn't know much about astrology. And when, you know, as I grew, I started to get into astrology. And then I started to see, hey, that is me. You know, that is why I'm like that, or that's why I do that, or that's why I had that passion for that particular, whatever it was that I was passionate about. It makes sense now. And I can see that in others as well. Like when I'm trying to understand other people, perhaps in my family, I'm like, oh, that's why that person does that. Or that's why that person is doing that. It really does help us. I do believe that this is one of the ways that God speaks to us, is through the stars. He helps us to understand ourselves better and others through the stars, through astrology. And that's one reason why I'm so fond of it, and why I'm here today, speaking to you. So I really hope that you get something out of this video. I really enjoyed making it, and I'm going to leave you with a few famous people with the sun in Taurus. Again, I'm going to try and bring out some people that may not be too common, that you might not know of. There's a few placements here that I believe that, you know, people probably know about if you've been, you know, paying attention to astrology or into astrology for some time. Perhaps let's start with the voice. You know how Taurus rules the throat, and there's a lot of singers that have a prominent Taurus placement, whether it be Taurus, the Taurus moon, or the Taurus sun, or a Taurus rising. Some of the suns that are singers that have Taurus are going to be Cher. I didn't realize that Cher was a Taurus. Maybe you knew Cher was a Taurus. But Cher is a Taurus sun. And then we have Ella Fitzgerald. That's another one. I did not know that Ella Fitzgerald had a Taurus sun. And also, let's see, Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is also a Taurus sun. Grace Jones, also a Taurus sun. And Barbra Streisand. I think most people probably knew about Barbra Streisand, but maybe not some of the others. And again, it's because Taurus rules the throat. There's a lot of singers, popular singers today, that you probably know of, modern singers that have the sun in Taurus. And so, yeah, if you have a strong sun placement, Taurus placement in your chart, perhaps you were an aspiring singer, and you learned about astrology, and you're like, oh, that's why, you know, I love to sing. I enjoy singing because I have this prominent Taurus placement. It's part of it. It's part of your makeup. And then, okay, let's go with some of the funny people with Taurus placements. There's a lot of funny people that are Taurians as well. And there's George Carlin and Carol Burnett. I knew Carol Burnett was a Taurus sun, but I didn't know that George Carlin was. Both very funny people, comedians. Jack Nicholson is a Taurus sun. I didn't know that. Let's see. Jerry Seinfeld, also a very funny comedian. that is a Taurus sun, that I had no idea that he was a Taurus sun. There's some other people that perhaps, back to the singing boys, Liberace was also a Taurus sun. Then we have some actors and actresses. We have Audrey Hepburn. I didn't know Audrey Hepburn was a Taurus. Katharine Hepburn was also a Taurus. Are they related? I'm not sure if they were related. Put down in the comments. I didn't never think they were related. But that's right, I never really paid attention. They have the same last name. I love both of them. And yeah, they're both Taurus suns. Let's see, who else here? We have Shirley Temple, was also a Taurus sun. Michelle Pfeiffer, and William Shakespeare. I didn't know William Shakespeare was a Taurus sun. I thought he was a Taurus moon, but he could have both placements. He could have a Taurus sun and a Taurus moon, but I always thought, or I knew about, I hope I'm correct on that, but I knew that he was a Taurus moon, but perhaps he's a Taurus sun as well. So that gives you a general description of the second house, Taurus, and please come back for Gemini, the third house. I appreciate you stopping by and taking time to watch the video, and I really enjoy making them for you. And come back and visit. Thank you.